Good afternoon. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Sandia High School Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Captain David Plaster and Master Sergeant Joe Britton. Cadets Enriquez Mays, Daniel McKinney, Samuel Slagle, Mackenzie Lindquist will present the colors. The national anthem will be sung by the Sandia Continentals. It is the tradition at Sandia High School that we stand in silence, gentlemen remove their hats, and that we remain standing until the colors have left the floor.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Seniors, please be seated. At this time, will Senior Class President Allison Ramirez and Senior Class Vice President Lucy Trulock please come forward?
Good afternoon. The class of 2014 would like to extend a special welcome for our honored guests. Please hold your applause until all guests have been introduced. Mr. Winston Brooks, Superintendent of Albuquerque Public Schools. Board Member Dr. Dawn Duran. Board Member Dr. David Piercy. Chief Financial Officer Mr. Don Moya. Our Principal, Ms. Katie Harvey.
Vice Principal, Ms. Linda Polachek. Vice Principal, Ms. Esther Keaton. Vice Principal, Mr. Larry Dianza. Vice Principal, Mr. Raul Sandoval. And our senior class sponsors, Ms. Janine Keevy and Ms. Rachel Clevenger.
We would also like to recognize and thank our distinguished and talented faculty and ask them to please stand. At this time, will our counselors please stand and be recognized? Ms. Coleman, Ms. De Jesus, Mr. Sanchez, Ms. Madrid, Mr. De Palma, and our college and career counselor, Mr. Valpaca.
It gives us great pleasure to introduce our principal, Ms. Katie Harvey, who has been our principal for the last 4 years. At this time, she would like to address the senior class.
Nice job. Parents, grandparents, honored guests, and members of the class of 2014. Over the past 4 years, as your principal, I have come to know this class well, and I am proud to stand here this afternoon and award diplomas to 340 graduating seniors of the class of 2012 from Sandia High School. In my 20 years as a high school principal, I have found that each graduating class takes on a persona that I have a group impression that describes each class to me. When I think of this class, I am struck by the successes, both individual and collectively. This is a class that has strived for excellence, and you have been a critical part of the renaissance of Sandia High School as we have returned to our place as Albuquerque's premier high school. Over 50 years ago, General George Patton said, "Always do more than is required of you." And the class of 2014 has done just that. You have succeeded academically, athletically, musically, artistically, and in so many other ways. You are a class that will be remembered for many years for never being satisfied with average, for always giving 100%. As you go forward into life beyond high school, I hope that you will take with you this same spirit of dedication and accomplishment. W. Somerset Maugham wrote, "That's funny about life. If you refuse to accept anything but the very best, you will often get it." This class is filled with many talented young people, and for each of you, what is the very best in your life will be defined differently. For some of you, the very best will be college, graduate school, multiple degrees, and a professional career. For others, it will be community college or a specialized training program that will lead you into our increasingly technical workforce. For still others, the next step will be the military and the honorable role of protecting our country in a dangerous and unpredictable world, while also gaining the knowledge and skills that will prepare you for life afterward. And those of you who remain undecided about your future, the next few years will be a combination of these pathways, complemented by entry into the workforce. Regardless of your pathway, I hope that you will do as Martin Luther King Jr. exhorted. If a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets, even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the host of heaven and earth will pause and say, "Here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well." There are not many street sweepers left, other than the operators of those huge pieces of machinery that clog up traffic. But Dr. King's speech still resonates. Do whatever you do well and make us proud. Those of us who educated you at Sandia High School, your teachers, counselors, administrators, and support staff, are filled with the hope that you will always do what you did here at Sandia High School, that you will always do more than is required of you. On behalf of the faculty and the staff, we wish you well on the journey of life. Learn and grow, become all that you can be, and never accept less than your best. Best wishes and Godspeed to all of you. Thank you.
The senior class of 2014 is proud to recognize the valedictorian of this class. Neil Sparks is the son of Brenda Wolfenbarger and Randy Sparks. Neil is attending UNM in the fall, where he plans to major in computer science. Neil Sparks.
Well, shoot, everyone. The day is actually here. The day where we all decide to sit in this Coliseum in strange robes and really funny hats, almost as if we were getting ready to leave from some magical school of witchcraft and wizardry. The day where we listen to people talk and then walk in a circle. The day when we jump into the next segment of our lives. Graduates, we've come a long way over the past 4 years to get to this place and to this day. We've passed through the trials of the freshman, overcome the challenges of the sophomore, surpassed the threat of the junior, and finally succeeded as a senior. And even more amazingly, we got through a bout of senioritis. This last year alone has prepared us intensely for the futures we are about to embrace, with many of our family, friends, and teachers lending us advice. I know Mrs. Goswick has given us some sound advice, reminding us daily to use common sense. Further, Miss Atkins came up with a new phrase recently to remind us how to deal with situations we don't like. Not my problem. I'm sure we all have even more like this from our teachers to carry over into our lives, and it's pretty important that we do. Perhaps the most important thing that we have gained this year to take into our future is to remain ourselves in all situations. Do not be too changed by life, but don't remain stagnant. As Polonius once said in Hamlet, very like a whale, no, that's not right. Above all, to thine own self be true. But keep in mind though, Polonius was stabbed for eavesdropping, so remember not to eavesdrop either. But in all reality, we're getting ready to move on with life. And while the fact that high school has just finished is only now hitting some of us, we must not let ourselves stall. We're moving forward with great momentum with the help of those who surround us, and we will only stop when we find ourselves good and ready. So, whether you're planning to go to college, join the military, or enter the workforce, congratulations on your achievements, and congratulations on those you're yet to earn. Oh, and remember, graduates, as the Romans or Mr. Stearns might say, faber est quisque fortunae suae, which means every man is the architect of his own future. Thank you, everyone.
At this time, the Continentals, directed by Miss Amanda Apple, will sing Roots Before Branches.
So many things to do or say, but I can't seem to find my way, and I don't know how. I know I'm meant for something else, but first I gotta find myself, and I wanna know how.
Board member Dr. Don Duran and Dr. David Piercy. This class has met all graduation requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, I present the very talented class of 2014.
On behalf of the Albuquerque Public School Board of Education, it is Don and my great honor to accept this class of 2014 of Sandia High School. Congratulations, seniors.
Cody N. Abbott. Christopher C. Abeta. Razmi Abu Zaharea. Taylor Brianne Adams. Sabrina Natanya Ajit Kumar. Giovanni J. Alcantara. Jordan M. Anderson. Gabriela Evangelique Apodaca. Roberto T. Apodaca. Cheyenne Shanice Aragon. Rena Tene Aragon. Tiana Jasmine Aragon. Kuni Hiro Araki. David Lee Archer. Giorgio Fotis Argures. Fabiola Argueta Barraza. Denise M. Arnold. Ryan Scott Ashba. Julia H. Baca. Melanie Joyce Baker. Serena Ann Baldoni. Michael A. Barboa. Aubrey L. Barella. Ariel Bayo. Cameron Dwayne Bean. Kayla E. Beltran. Laura Elena Berman. Sarah Ross Buzicum. Michael S. Bolin. Timothy Andre Brennan. Tylin Sally Britz. Chance Brown. Sarah Burford. Marina A. Caldwell. Teresa Nicole Colton. Zuli Canales. Gennaro D. Candelaria. Lexis Cano. Nadia Ariel Cardona. Andrew David Caceres. Emilio D. Castaneda.
Amanda Marie Chase. Ciara D. Chavez. Paris R. Chavez. Sabrina R. Chavez. Joe M. Chen. Abigail Reed Christensen. Zachary E. Churchek. Grayson T. Clark. Ty N. Clay. Chardonia M. Cole. Kennedy Ellen Conkle. Joshua Cody Cordova. Vanessa Marie Coronado. Marco Kiesling. Jacob Portofio Costalas. Aurora Jane Couture. Alexander W. Crossland. Ryan Allen Kroll. Nicole L. Cullen. Adam Joseph Cumber. Akasha Lynn Darden. Victoria Ann DeFlon. Stephen Joseph Denning. Zachary F. DeGregorian. Sarah N. DeGregorian. Gabrielle Marie Danella. Kim Due Do. Wesley W. Duggar. Devin Ryan Duran. Tyler E. Duran. Christopher Robert N.C. Gabriel Isqueda. Haley Brooke Escabel. Zachary Fabrice. Trishalena T. Fairbanks. Esperanza Angela Falcon. Cameron Joseph Farslow. Cody Shane Fitzsimmons. John Ray R. Florentino. Bryson P. Floss. Brianne Lissett Franco.
Brennan M. Frew. Jessica Marie Friedrich. Vanessa Rachel Fuentes. Jacob Paul Fulton. Kylene Gallard. Janelle R. Gallegos. Abel Garcia Rodriguez. Hannah Garcia. Jawanda Mary Garcia. Alexandra Renee Garduno. Nicole L. Jeffrion. Hannah M. Gerstenberger. Karsten Lucas Giesen. Alexander Clark Glover. Alex B. Glover. Maria Cristina Gomez. Tiana Marie Gomez. Maria Alicia Gonzalez. Gabriela Aline Gonzalez. Brian L. Goodman. Heather E. Goodman. Alexandria Delane Gowan. Chandler Hurley Grant. Gavin Michael Grant. Jacob Dalton Graves. Adam Paul Griego. Megan Rachel Guerrero. Clayton Guest. Marcus Andrew Guevara. Jacob C. Gutierrez. Nikayla R. Gutierrez. Venetia Larice Gutierrez. Chandler Scott Hall. Cooper M. Ham. Eric J. Hancock. Hunter A. Hancock. Madison Drew Hatfield. Julia Catherine Houghton. Alejandro V. Hernandez.
Carmen V. Hernandez. Brandon M. Herrera. Megan Higgins. Aisha Adriana Hucker. Christopher Joseph Hogriff. Megan Nicole Holcomb. Tristan Zane Hopper. Mary M. Huspelhorn. Joseph C. Howard. Lynette May Hersick. Star Patrice Jackson. Jenna K. Jacobson. Madison R. Janser. Taylor Shirley Johnson. Teresa Marie Johnson. Jordan I. Jones. Michaela Jade Kavanaugh. Brian V. Kellum II. Paul James Kelly. Autumn S. King. Jason Aaron King. Jacob D. Kirkman. Emily Ruth Keevy. Patrick M. Clarkowski. Brandon M. Kuntz. Louis Brendan Kuchbach. Joseph A. Lafayette. Elena Rebecca Lattimore. Brady Michael Levine. Top C. Lee. Toan C. Lee. Donald H. Line III. Samantha R. Leuenberger. Jacob M. Lieberman. Cody T. Lindgren. Katrina Adelita Llamas. Kelly Ann Loftus. Megan L. Loftus. Daniel Thomas Logan. Brian J. Lopez.
Shania Marie Lovato. Haley Ann Luce. Desiree Monique Lucero. Isaac Antonio Lucero. Cesar Isaac Luna. Aubrey Ann Mahach. Trinity Morgan McLeod. Miranda N. Maldonado. Teresa O. Manuelito. Bethany Joy March. Rachel M. Marquis. Lawrence L. Martinez. Lisa C. Martinez. Megan R. Martinez. Solomon Lee Martinez. Vanessa Martinez. Braulio Martinez Hernandez. Irvin Eugene Matthews III. Brianna Maria Maupin. Luke Michael Maxwell. Callie Elizabeth McCarty. Regina Ornette McCullough. Brianne Riley McIntyre. Michael W. McKernan. Lillian Andrea Madrano. Dallas G. Myring. Matthew H. Miller. Angelina Minton. Eliana P. Molina. Monique Diana Molina. Massimo S. Monfiletto. Caitlin Rain Montano. Brian A. Montano. Alicia N. Montgomery. Raymond Montoya II. Adrian M. Montoya. Amanda Montoya. Michael Mooney. Jolene Blaylock. Cheyenne Ray Moore.
Jack Aaron Mullaney. Trevor W. Mullen. Jacqueline Lee Mueller. Corey Marie Na. Miranda Selena Navarro. Michaela Ann Nimitz. Dominic D. Nguyen. Hung M. Nguyen. Daniel Patrick Nickerson. Heather A. O'Neill. Javier Eduardo Ornelas. Jaden Savannah Ortiz. Krista Elena Osborne. Jolie M. Padilla. Ray Anthony Padilla. Tyson West Payton. Julia Pena. Matthew J. Pena. Valeria A. Perez. Abigail Diane Perkins. Brian Tyler Pesco. Gunnar H. Peterson. V. H. Pham. Thi H. Pham. Dwi H. Pham. Simone Marie Pickett. Joshua Yitzhak Plevin. Andrea Jane Pribble. Molly A. Protzman. Justin Vincent Provencio. Catherine Ann Provost. Alexandra Gabriela Quijano. Deandra L. Quintana. Marcus Dominic Quintana. Allison K. Ramirez. Cheyenne Priscillo Rio Ration. Ethan Harris Remke. Samantha Taylor Reynolds, Bethany N. Rivera, Dominic Rivera,
Edward W. Roberts, Mario Anthony Royce, Thomas Patrick Rollison, Hunter Romero, Taylor Marie Rosado, Kiana Lee Ross, Malia E. Ryan, Jasmine Ray Salazar, Troy M. Salazar, Consuelo R. Sammons, Alicia Ryan Salter, Alicia Viola Sanchez, Shania G. Sanchez, Aaron N. Sandoval, Joseph Lind, Eric Sandoval Lovato, Anthony A. Sandy, Antonio Sacero de Leon, Ryan J. Scarlett, Emily S. Schrader, Michaela Alen Siatsu, Jennifer Renee Serbin, Lily G. Shane, Megan Amanda Charette, Jane Elizabeth Sheridan, Peyton Lynn Showalter, Matthew L. Slemp, Stephanie G. Slimp, Sienna Ray Sloan, Kavika K. Smith, Mariah Jordan Smith, Stuart Douglas Smith, Taven A. Smith, Marina Soto Reyes, Corinne D. Spagana, Kaylee Ann Sparks, Neil C. Sparks, Tristan A. Spees, Antonio Stanky, Caroline G. Stapleton,
Noah Charles Stern, Alexander F. Stone, Brittany Marie Strong, Joshua A. Strook, Jean Elizabeth Stubbs, Tyler R. Summers, Emma Catherine Talbert, Lawrence L. Tapia, Lorenzo Miguel Tapia, Jason Patrick Tarin, Alexis Marie Feed, Jeremiah Thomas Thompson, Julia Townsend, Alexis Toyasima, Kaylee D. Trainum, Lucy A. Trulock, Cassandra Merlinda Trujillo, Dominic David Trujillo, Ashley F. Sudel, Gabriel Vitas Urbitis, Carissa Crystal Valdez, Richard Vallejos, Brittany Raquel Velarde, Evangeline Camille Velarde, Andrea Sofia Velasquez, Hannah Zoe Visith, Gabriela Renee Vihill, Jonas M. Vihill, Mercedes Josephine Vihill, Jonathan Byung-ho Walhuld, Kali Rose Walsh, Tyler A. Walters, Heather L. Wicoti, Benjamin Glenn Wetton, Jasmine R. White, Lauren K. Wilder, Hunter D. Williams, Kelly Page Williams, Morgan Lee Wilt, Brittany Marie Wolf,
Thomas R. Wood, James Lee Woodall, Tyler M. Woodall, Joseph Eric Rons, Gabriel J. Zavala, Kevin Victor Zima, Corey T. Bird, Corey C. Nellos, Curtis Kolar.
Seniors, please stand. It is my honor to command you to move your tassel to the left. Congratulations.